dream I know, deep up my feelings for you. Watch.
The headlines: the Academic Staff Union of University and the Committee of Vice Chancellor of Nigeria University have fought federal government's demand for university 40% internally generated revenue. But before we proceed with this news, welcome to Reality Latest Gist, your home of news and politics. Thank you all so much for joining us on today's news. If this is your first time of watching, please do us a favor to like and subscribe, and also the notification bell to get notified when we drop our video. You can send in your comments and keep the conversation lively in our comment section. Please stay connected. Now on the news. The Academy of Staff Union of University and the Committee of Vice Chancellor of Nigeria University have described the plan by the federal government to automatically deduct 40% from the internally generated revenue of universities in the country as an attack on the university system. The federal government, in a letter dated October 17, 2023, entitled Implementation of 40% Automatic Deduction from Internally Generated Revenue of Partially Funded Federal Government Institution, said it would begin the deduction with effect from November 2023. The letter, signed by the Accountant General of the Federation, Mrs. Oluwatoyin Madain, Director of Revenue and Investment, Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, Felix Oriofe Ogudaro, also said that the auto deduction policy of gross internally generated revenue was in line with the Finance Circular with reference number FMFBNP/orders/IGR/CRF/12/2021, dated December 20th, 2021. However, the national president of ASU, Prof. Emmanuel Osodeke, insisted that federal government decision was disheartening, saying universities were not generating any revenue from the user charges/service fee they gave students. He urged that it was surprised that the government still wanted to collect from the subsidized charges on ID cards, hostel accommodation, lab coats, and others of students, and this is what they saw when they were fighting that government should fund university, and Nigerians think ASU is the problem. Universities are not revenue generated agency, said by the president, that the 40% of the subsidized money students pay for a hostel, medicals, ID card, lab coats, chemicals in the laboratory should still be shared with the government. This is an extreme that such thing is happening in Nigeria, and will the president ask the NARS NMPC to give return of 40%? Asodeke called on parents, students, and Nigerians as whole to rise against what he described as an attack against the university, adding that ASU would also meet with the federal government agency in charge of the policy to take the next line of action. He said universities are already paying taxes, and the pay withholding taxes goes to the government, that there is nothing like IGR, that is internally generated revenue, in universities, and what they have are charges. So right now they want to know the 40% they want to collect from the university. They want to know what the 40% is meant for. They are even saying lecturers should pay them accommodation fee. They want 100% of what they pay as accommodation. It's sad. So they are urging the parents to give them some time to interact with the federal government. The Secretary General Committee of Vice Chancellor Nigeria University, Prof. Yakubu Ochefu, on his part revealed that the amount deducted by the federal government from university was 25%, but was increased to 40% recently. So he's calling on the Accountant General of the Federation to specify what he meant by the internally generated revenue, saying university only gets user charges from students and not profit or revenues. Prof. Yakubu said that universities are running in deficit already, arguing that a deduction of 40% would completely run the university down. Ochefu said that The federal government, through the Accountant General of the Federation, is citing the Finance Act of 2021 as the basis for his decision. So they have to look at the provision of the law, saying that the law stated that when you have surplus in terms of your internally generated revenue, that is when you can make the return to the government. But many universities don't have internally generated revenue because most universities charge student fee as user charges, paying 2,000 for an ID card which has already been subsidized by the university. They pay health insurance, sports, ICT, accommodation. These are all the charges that come together, and university must provide all this for their students. If a user charge is considered as internally generated revenue, then they have a problem with the nomenclature, and the Accountant General should clearly specify what he was referring to as internally generated revenue. If it is all these subsidized charges that the government wants to collect 40%, then the university will lead towards financial catastrophe, and they will open their book to the world to let them know that this is how much they get in terms of user charges. Universities are being run in deficit, and FG wants to collect 40%. That means they want the university to run down. Meanwhile, he insisted that if federal government wish to collect 40% of what university generated, they should fund the universities fully. If this happens, the financial challenges of the university will get worse because the universities is not a profit-making institution. It is not a revenue-generated entity. It is service-providing entity. He also said that the committee of vice-chancellors would consult with the Ministry of Education, Accountant General, and others. On the other news, as part of the efforts to contribute to the well-being of the less privileged in the society, the Academic Staff Union of University Sokoto State Chapter donated food to 250 internally displaced persons in Sokoto yesterday. This part of the program initiated by them is to help the needy. This time is for the Northwest and the North Central. The union earmarked 50 million for this exercise in the North Central and Northwest. Other zones have received theirs. So the union took it as part of their corporate responsibilities to help the needy. That is why they taxed themselves a minimum of 2,000 for 6 months, which they gathered together in order to do this. The chairman of ASU also seized the opportunity to call on the government at all levels to ensure they provide enough security to enable those in the IDP camps across the country to go back to their various homes. So guys, let's know your thoughts, your opinion, your contributions are in the comment section. We'd love to hear from you. And if you have not subscribed to our YouTube page yet, please do us a favor to like and subscribe, and also the notification bell to get notified when next we drop our video, because I'm sure you don't want to miss out on the trend and latest news happening on social media. Once again, thank you all so much for staying tuned with us. Really do appreciate. On this note, we have come to the end of today's segment. Till I come your way next, stay safe guys. Bye.